I don't know about you, but I love clever transitions. They can get you by surprise and catch you off guard and add that certain wow factor to your videos. So I'm going to share with you how to create masking transitions. All you need is a little planning ahead while you're filming and a basic understanding of masking, and you can create transitions like the ones I just showed you. I'll be using DaVinci Resolve, but you can use the same method in nearly any professional video editor. So you start by filming your subject walking past an object that fills your screen from top to bottom. In my example, I started with a tree, and then a pole, and then the side of a house. Before you start filming, here are some tips that'll save you time and potentially the need to reshoot. If you have a gimbal, use it. While it's not a have to, it'll just make your shots more smooth and easier to edit. Try to keep your subject in the same part of the frame and the same distance from your camera for each shot as best you can. Make sure your subject is walking at the same speed in each shot the best you can. Film in 4K and then shoot wider than you want your final shot to be. You can use that extra resolution to zoom in and do things like align and adjust your characters from shot to shot. I'll give you an example of this a little bit later. Okay, once you've captured your clips, it's time to edit. After you add your first clip to the timeline, we need to set it up to be transparent anywhere we add a mask. So go to the color page, right-click in the empty space next to your nodes and select Add Alpha Output. Then add a new node at the end of your node tree after any color grading you may have done to your clip and connect the blue dots. Now when we create a mask in the next step, this clip will be transparent and show what's underneath it. Now click here to show keyframes. We want to use keyframes for node 7, so we activate that by clicking this symbol here next to Corrector 7. Next, I'll review the clip and find the tree going by that I want to use as the transition point. I'm going to use the left edge of the tree as the part to mask, so I'm going to go to the frame just before we see that edge. Make the preview of your clip small so that there's space around it by selecting a smaller percentage here. Now make sure that last node is selected, click on the masking tab, and then the pen tool. Now draw a box around your clip. Then turn the softness up to roughly around 5. Notice how we just added our first keyframe. So I tap the right arrow key on my keyboard to move forward by 1 frame. Then I grab the center point of the mask and move it over to the left until the edge of the box is lined up with the edge of the tree. Then I'll grab the playhead and move it over to the last frame where we still see the left edge of that tree. And then move the mask over till the box lines up with the edge of the tree again. Now I right arrow once more and move the mask all the way off the clip. Now I grab the playhead again and slide it along the transition to see if there's any places where the mask doesn't line up with the edge of the tree. It looks like there's a small gap here between the edge of the box and the tree, which probably won't really matter because it's moving so fast, but I'll go ahead and fix it anyway. Okay, let's go back to the edit page and see what we have so far. You'll see as I slide the playhead that the place we just masked out is black, which really means that that part of the clip is now transparent. So as soon as we slide the second clip underneath the first clip, we'll see the second clip instead of black. Now if I disable the top clip, you'll see we need to adjust the bottom one to match. This is exactly why I recommended you shoot in 4K so we have resolution to spare in order to do this. So let's turn the top clip back on, then turn the opacity down so we just see it a little bit. Then we can start adjusting the size of the bottom clip until it's fairly lined up with the top one. There we go, now we can see the proportions and placement are fairly matched between both clips. The final step is to move the bottom clip side to side until his steps match up on both clips. See, this right here doesn't work because he steps behind the tree with his right leg, but then emerges stepping on his left leg, which doesn't make sense. So when we try again and slide it over, this time he's stepping onto his right leg as he emerges, which helps sell the idea that it's one smooth motion. And believe it or not, I use the exact same steps for the second part of that sequence when he emerges from the park out of his house. I used the same steps for the running sequence as well. I filmed him running from 2 different distances, one that's closer up and one that's further away, and then I cut between those 2 shots by masking the trees as they were whooshing by in the foreground. For the car sequence, I put my camera on a tripod and filmed my friend in the same position in 2 different locations, and then drove my car through the shot, making sure it filled the entire screen from top to bottom. The only difference in the edit was, instead of masking the edge of a tree as it went by like we did before, I masked the back of my car as it drove by in order to create the transition between the 2 shots. Like I said, I love me a good transition. So much so, in fact, that I created another video about a different kind of transition, and you can check it out right here. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.